Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's RigER webinar. Today, we have a very special webinar. We are going to present the latest release of our Oilfield Services ERP, RigER 8.0 Odessa. This update will bring you additional features to boost your oilfield rentals and services. You will see a full list of new features and improvements during this live presentation. My name is Dasha, and I will be your host today. So, as I said before, today we are going to show all the new features added and enhancements made. We will show you a new built-in email client as well as how you can use barcode scanning right on your mobile phone in RigER. You will see improvements that we made in CRM. We will also discuss security and how we secure your data in RigER, and we'll show you our great mobile phone client and mobile application. Then let's get started, and I want to pass microphone to Michael. Hello, Michael.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our RigER webinar, and I'm glad to present you a new release of our ERP platform. And let's talk about a little bit of history of development, RigER development, and we started named our releases by different locations, oil and gas locations, since 6.0 Midland in 2018, which was actually 2 years ago. And after that, developed the new release 6.5 Houston, presenting in OTC. 6.0 was presented in PBIS. Then we went to Oklahoma and had a great show there. So, but this year we had release 7.5 Phoenix, which was unscheduled release. We tried to help our clients to fight with this downturn and provide some great features, new features to the market faster. Then we did another release, 7.7, in August this year. So 7.7 is the current release Calgary. But today is the new story. So as you remember, we started the 7.5 adding new modules, HR, CRM, job costing, service calls, job reservations, and rework. And as well as 7.7 brings to the entire Oilfield Services ERP concept, and we add a new homepage, add job tickets, advanced PO approval, maintenance module, and mobile thing client. And as well, we added a Power BI integration and Avalara integration. But right now, RigER is the operational ERP system for oilfield services and rental companies, including different modules and subsystems like oilfield services, equipment rentals, manufacturing, finance, purchases, and sales. So combining everything together and bringing the entire team, different functions together, so building one source of truth where you can see all your operations and transactions. So please welcome RigER 8.0 Odessa. It's already set up and tested, and today we will show all the new features. So we improved home pages, we create and build in email client. Why we will discuss a little bit later. We add mobile barcoding, we enhance security, we continue CRM development and mobile development, updated platform, and did some other small improvements which definitely improve the user interface, user usability, and user experience. So the first thing which I'd like to present you, it's a new look of the homepage. So we still have homepage with several fields which focusing on the areas where the clients, actual users have rights. So sales, operations, fields, HR, safety, purchases, and admin. But right now, if we talk about operations, as you see, we have a department filter and manager filter, and we have different documents: rental ticket, fuel ticket, repair card, maintenance card, and number of documents for each department, for each manager. So you can easily filter that. And the reason why we did, because in some cases, clients are requested, so the manager needs to have the one screen where they can see what they need to approve. As you see here, we have signing for approval 34 rental tickets and 243 repair cards and 4 maintenance cards. So kind of lots of work, but we can filter that by manager. And definitely, if we select a particular manager, these numbers will be reduced and it will show only that particular manager tasks to do. So in this part, we have a diagram showing daily quantities of particular documents. You can select and select all those. Here you can see the number of documents per day, per week, per month, and annual volume, and active jobs as well. So definitely it's a very powerful and helpful tool for the operation managers who will require daily approve tickets. Another thing, homepage sales modified as well. So right now you can see quantities and amount of RSAs ongoing. So it's kind of a different view of sales funnel, that is like sales funnel, sales pipeline. So the sales pipeline, which shows you different statuses of RSAs, and you can understand how many is open, sent, approval, and active, and showing you total quantity of the RSAs, as well as top 10 clients and top 10 salespersons. Okay. And as soon as we are talking about pipelines, let's talk about CRM and new additional features which enhance the CRM module. And I'd like to pass mic to Nikolai.
Thank you, Michael. Indeed, as Michael just showed in the latest slide, sales is very important and has always been important for the oil field, as well as any other field that you're working in. And so when we started RigER first, there was no sales module, so to speak. However, we've always been receiving requests how we can integrate the CRM. And a lot of our clients, including ourselves, have actually tried a number of different CRM systems. And not all of them are actually a good fit, if any, for the oilfield services companies. That's when the idea to build our own in our system, a simplified version of our CRM system came up. And I just wanted to add a few words to why, not necessarily why, we know why, but what's the context, I guess, of the sales on the oil field. So from what we've heard, the sales in the oil field is very different. So it's simply because you don't have an limited amount of leads or the contacts. It's a very close-knit community. So everybody knows everybody. There's new people coming in and going out of the industry, but not in droves. So basically what is important always to know which area you operate in and know everybody in that area. And what we've identified is that so sales specialize in specific segments of the market, so they know the specific people, such as the clients and their contact people, as well as know the area geographically, and it usually is very limited. So it's just limited by the driving distance, how much you can drive to get to your client base. So with that thing in mind, and with understanding that one person can usually manage from 200 to 800 contacts, to understand that it's a very different concept of the relationship-based business model that we have to accommodate in our system and make sure that we can enable certain features in the system. So sometimes we also notice that one person can be both a field technician as a salesperson, especially in a smaller sales organization. So that's another thing that makes a standard CRM solution a little challenging. So what did we do to accommodate those requirements and the context of the oil field? So basically, as in any CRM, the concept comes from well, the concept includes activities for which then generate opportunities, and then they convert it to deals. And so what our system now has as a capability is you can track all the interactions right there within the system. So which is a good thing because you enter the client information or the prospect information once and it's there. So you have the list of them. So you can also plan meetings and keep records of the meetings, which is very important. You can also initiate calls out of the system as long as you enter a contact information in the CRM. So you can, by click of a button, dial somebody out of it. You can keep notes about the call right there in the CRM, as well as you can also trace emails. And by that, so combining all the information about the activities, so you as a salesperson then are able keep track of all your interactions. So once the interaction gets converted into the next stage of its logical development and opportunity, which means that all the previous information has played a role in your work with your lead, and then you have more information about what the business opportunity may be for your company, such as you have the value, you have some technical requirements from the client that you would need to satisfy to get the deal, and the dates. So that's where the opportunity then can be formed in the system, and then all the information about the sales activities sort of lies at the foundation, but then opportunity comes at the second step in the process. And then once you work with the opportunity and get closer to when actually the job has to be done, you then generate a deal or an RSA in our system, which is a rental and services agreement, right there out of the system. So basically, you have everything captured in one database and can go back to the source document or source activity and trace it if need be at any given point in time. So that's the smooth sort of concept of interaction between or interaction of different stages of developing an opportunity that we built in RigER. So just to give you a sneak peek, so it's an ongoing, so it's a module that is already available. And one of the key things that management can take advantage of it once it's enabled for our existing clients or the new clients, they can actually analyze the sales activities. So everybody wants to know what the sales guys are doing. So it's very critical. And then there is no one perfect tool because those guys are always busy, don't want to be spending a lot of time, filling out forms, as well as the field guys as well. But nobody wants to spend time on the paperwork. That's where the digital infrastructure comes into play. So you can have a dashboard with all the sales activities and have a quick look at what activities, such as meetings, calls, conversations, or emails are taking place at any given point in time, and see which ones are the latest or which ones are maybe a little stalled. So you can move around or schedule other follow-up activities. That's a dashboard view of activities. And the second part that you can take advantage of is the opportunities dashboard. So that's where the sales activities that you perform transform into an opportunity with the dollar value, the contact information, some technical requirement information about the upcoming job, and that's where you can see actually and filter by specific parameters to prioritize what you need to do in any given moment in time, and then plan and see, so to speak, the top of the funnel or the pipeline of how it evolves in your case. So these are the key foundational items that are lying right there at the bottom of any business development process in the oilfield service and oil companies. And we've built that system that allows you now to keep track of the activities, see opportunities, and convert them directly into the deals or rental service agreements, which then require you to issue a ticket, assign people jobs, people, equipment, and services, and then keep going and tracking everything right there in RigER. So on that note, and I mentioned that magic word email, which everybody hates, but everybody uses because it's an unnecessary evil. So how do we integrate email into the operational workflow? And so in this release, we've actually introduced a totally new feature that Indre, whom I'm passing the microphone on to, will shed more light on. So go ahead, Indra.
Thank you, Nikolai. Hello, everyone. My name is Indra. So let me introduce you to a new addition to RigER. It's a built-in email client, and as you can see in the screenshots, email client provides you a lot of different functionalities in addition to RigER, such as track communication with client directly in RigER, generate sales activities, service calls directly from the emails, and a bunch of other functionalities. So let's move further and just go quickly through some of the opportunities what you can use in RigER email client. So you can see one of the email client functions, so it's advanced search, and let's watch a quick demo on how it works in RigER system. Let's talk about email client in RigER. You can find email client in RigER under CRM module. And here you can see all the catalogs related with the email client. So the first thing what you need to do is to set up your email client. And you can do under email client settings. Here, when you go to email personal settings, you can create and add your email address and connect to your email. So I'll show you here my setup. So you can see that you can enter the same details almost like in Outlook, for example, your name, what will be shown for recipients, your email address, the connection details for your email account. So when everything is done, you test your email account that is connecting successfully and you save and close. And then you can go through all other settings. So there are bunch of different settings and functionalities what you can enable, disable, set up in your email client. So how the emails will be organized, how new emails will be generated, and so on, so on. So I'm not going through all at the moment, but you can analyze and see it later. So when you go through all here, you can just save it, and then all the emails will be synchronized in your email account in RigER, and you will see all the emails here. So I would like to notice some special functions, what you can find here. So same as in other email clients, you can see your incoming, outgoing, sent, and other folders, list of emails, and the email body itself. So one nice thing what you can have, you can mark these emails. So for example, you can go inside the email, and there's two options how you can separate and mark emails. So you can use the flag. So there are different colors, and based on your requirements, you can use a different color of flags. Another thing what is really nice here, what you can find in other email accounts, email software, so you can put a comment for the email. For example, I will just put a comment test, and when you save it, when you go from this email, later when you need to find the specific email by the keyword, you can use a search. So there are a lot of options for the search. And the last one is a comment. So if I'll just put a comment test, I will get the email where I left the comment like a test. So it's really nice sometimes just to put the keywords and mark this email for the future. And later when you need just to find it, you put the keyword and you can find it right away in just a couple of clicks. Okay, so one more useful feature of email client is an address book and contact management. So it allows you to create different work groups of contacts for easier use in the future, and in this way just to manage all the contact list. The next feature and the possibility what email client allows you is to create an email rules, and it's easy, just couple clicks and you can have a email rules and manage your incoming emails. So let's watch how it works actually in RigER. RigER client allows you to create as many personal folders for your email account as you need, and it's really easy to do it. So you just right click on the folder if you want to click to create a subfolder, selecting create folder, then entering the name of this folder and selecting the account to which this folder will be assigned to. Save and close, and you have a folder created and listed right away. Another useful and easy functionality to use in RigER is to creating a rules for incoming emails. So what you need, you just drag and drop the email to the folder, and RigER automatically will ask you, would you like to create a rule? You click create, and then you can select parameters how this rule should work. The selection and setup of rules are exactly same as in Outlook, so it's easy to use. And when it's done, you can click just done and save it. Another functionality, what is useful and what you can find in RigER Client is an address book. So here you can store all the addresses, email addresses of your clients, of the users from RigER database, and so on. The useful functionality is that you can separate and group, manage your list of contacts in RigER. So you can create separate working groups. So for example, if you need sometimes to send emails to the management team, and there's a few percent in the team, yes, to whom you need to send the emails, you can create a group, and when you're creating a new email, you're just selecting this working group, and all the email contacts will be automatically included in the email. So you're going under the CRM, selecting working groups, and here you can click create and just enter the name, for example, management team, and then select the members of this group. So I can go, for example, let's select a few members and just click done and save and close. And then later when you need to send an email to the management team, you don't need to enter emails one by one. You can just select this working group. And you can create groups, you can create subgroups, and organize your contacts in the way that it would be easy to use for yourself. So the most excited functionality of email client is that it allows to generate sales activity and service calls directly from the email. So let's watch how it works in RigER, a short demonstration how it works. RigER email client allows not only to track all the emails directly in RigER system, but for example, even if the client sending some requests to you by email, you can directly from the email generate a sales activity document or service call and work on the request and track all the records in one place. So it's easy to do. So you can just highlight, select the email, click generate button and select what you want to do. You can generate a rule for this email. Incoming emails, you can generate sales activity or service call. For example, if you click service call, it will take all the details from the email, so no more copy paste. It's automatically transferred. You can add all other required fields and details and the name of the service call, and just post and close and pass it for your colleagues to work on it. So it can be done from the main email window, or you can generate sales activity or service call directly from the email when you open it. So this is just a few functions what you can find in RigER built-in email client. Of course, there are much more what you can use and how you can use it. And of course, you will be able to explore RigER email client with the new RigER 8.0 release when your RigER database will be updated. So as I mentioned, you have a functionality to create separate personal email folders, to create email rules to manage incoming emails, to work on address books and create different working groups to manage your contacts directly from email, generate sales activity or service call documents. You can prepare an email templates to use in the future. Of course, it allows you to have your email signature, personal email signature. Again, one more functionality is an advanced search where you can put a comment, keyword for the email, and later in the easy way just to find this email right away by the keyword, and much, much more. So let me pass the mic to Gleb to show you and speak about mobile barcoding scanning.
Thank you very much, Indra. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gleb. So let's talk about the new development in the RigER ERP's platform, that is mobile barcoding scanning. So this feature is available in the mobile ERP Thin Client, so which is can be installed on your iPad, iPhone devices, and use the full capabilities of the RigER system on the mobile device. So the mobile barcoding feature is purposed to quickly scan and search and select actually the unit numbers or asset numbers in documents by using the device camera. So now you can just activate your device camera on the iOS devices, and Android will be released also soon. And then you can scan the barcode on the asset, and this unit number, this asset will be selected in the document quickly. So right now, as of this stage of this development, the following documents are available for the barcoding scanning. So it's rental tickets, both delivery and pickups. It's an intercompany transfer where you move your assets between locations. So you can quickly fill out the document by just scanning the barcodes on the assets. And the reservation note. So if you're using this module of the RigER system, so you can also add unit numbers to the reservation note. And in a few moments, I'll show you in a real life how it works. Also, we have added the barcode scanner capabilities to the unit numbers list. So you can quickly find your unit number and open up the card of this unit number just by scanning a barcode on the asset. And another document or another tool that became available for the barcode scanning is the fast equipment return. So when you can just scan your items, and the system will remember where these items were, and it can generate return documents quickly. So let's just go over the quick demo of the rental ticket workflow in the mobile application. So when we are in the mobile application, we can go to the Oilfield Rentals menu and the rental ticket section. So we can search for the ticket and just open up any of these. And then on the rental units tab, we have a search by barcode feature. So this is the device camera. So we're just scanning the barcodes, and the system is adding up these unit numbers to the document. So you see that we have 3 unit numbers scanned. We can double check what kind of units numbers we've scanned. Everything looks good here. So, and that's pretty much it. So that's how quickly you can add the unit numbers to the document. Looks just amazing. So let's go to the next document that is available for the barcode scanning, and this is the reservation note. So let's just take a look how it works in real life. So again, we can open the rental service agreements, because I can remind you that the reservation note gets generated from within the rental service agreement. So portion of the information is transferred over from rental service agreement to the reservation note. So we just generate a new reservation note for this job. And we go to the rental units tab, and we activate search by barcode feature. So we're scanning our barcodes. And now we have 3 unit numbers added to the document. You see that they are separated by lines. So we can remove unnecessary lines. We can add any comments here. We can double check the information on the reservation note and just post the document. And that's pretty much it. Let's go further, and let's take a look at another document Let's switch to the next slide, please. Yes, so this is the unit numbers list demo. So let's just take a look. On the mobile application, we go to the unit numbers list. So where it's actually the catalog of all our unit numbers or asset numbers. Again, we activate the search by barcode feature, scan the barcode, and the unit number card gets opened. So we can check all the information about these particular assets. So the current status and location, previous status and location, the general information about this asset. And we can also go to the tabs where we see our recent or all the maintenance documents, maintenance drivers, records, statuses and due dates for the maintenance, all the repairs, events, home department, and attribute of this asset. So again, it just quickly brings you to the asset information by scanning the barcode on it. So it's very helpful for the field personnel or for the dispatchers or for the shop managers just to double check the information about the specific unit number without manually searching that. Let's go to the next slide and let's see to the next slide. And let's see the fast equipment return demo. So again, it is available now in the mobile application. So this tool allows you to quickly return the assets when you have lots of assets at the location. You're just picking them up and you can just search them by barcode again. So for example, we scan this item. We don't have to manually generate a rental ticket because we're just adding this unit number to here. And we can double check the information about the unit number. So where it's deployed right now. And then we can generate a return ticket. Definitely we can select a shop where this unit gets returned. And we generate return or sales ticket. And one document, as you see, is generated. So we can double check this rental ticket pickup. Just opening this up in the mobile application. Yes, we see that the unit numbers is added. We can check all the information about this specific unit number. Yes, and we can check the comments section, all the other documents, and just post this document and your rental ticket is done. So let's go further. And the question that you may have already, how we can enable that barcoding in our application. So basically, you just need to communicate to us and reach out to us and ask for your specific mobile ERP Thin Client application. So we will generate it for you. That will be only your application. So nobody else from within the other companies will be able to access it, definitely. So only your company will use this application. And in this application, you will have the barcode scanning module enabled. So you can definitely use it. Okay, now let's switch gears and talk about the information security capabilities of a new RigER version.
Thank you, Gleb. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Arsen. Let's talk about the information security and what we have now. Well, first of all, the question. Why, oh, why is it important? Now, we have stressed the fact that the oil and gas industry is just in the starting part of moving to the digital era. But that doesn't make any difference because the pace by which it is moving to the digitalization is very high and the risks are rising. So the information needs to be protected, whether it's in the analog form, in its usual form, or it is in the digital form. So it is making the digital era is making information more accessible, easily accessible, and very easily attainable. So you will need to categorize your information and include some security measures in order for them, for that piece of information not to fall into wrong hands. Also, nowadays, oilfield service companies, if they become compliant to international standards, international information security standards, and abide by the legislation, they can leverage those facts and gain more respect from the bigger players. So it has never been a better time for the oil and gas industry service companies to start to build their information security foundation. Now let's move on to the next slide. And I would like to state the fact that very recently, we became ISO 27K certified, which means that we are compliant with all the international information security management system standards that International Security Organization has to offer. All those features are already incorporated in RigER 8.0 Odessa version, and you will have those security features enabled in your database when your database becomes upgraded to the new version. Also, I would like to point out the fact that we strictly follow all the privacy laws in the United States, the PIPA and PIPEDA, Personal Information Protection Electronics Document Acts of Canada, and GDPR in Europe, which is the privacy protection and information protection legislation which basically covers most of the world. And the icing on the cake would be that we are not only certified for ISO 27K, but we are also certified in ISO 9000, which means that we also comply with all the highest quality standards. So we've got the information security and we've got the quality management system, and we are certified for both. Now let's move on to the next slide and see what actually you as clients will be able to see in your databases according to the security, beside the backside operations that we have performed, such as the usual access control and permission segregation, the encryption of the information from your endpoint to the cloud servers, etc. Now, in the administrator menu, in the settings menu, we have a new section which is called password settings. And when you open up that section, you will see the several things that you can apply to strengthen your password policy according to your company's needs. Now, you can set the minimum length of the password. You can also check some boxes to require the complexity of passwords, such as having uppercase, lowercase letters, numbers, special characters such as symbols, and some other features that will definitely strengthen the password policy of your company. So it's a good practice. You can use it, and this will definitely raise your security in your company, in your RigER databases. Now, let me pass the microphone back to Michael, who will talk about the mobile suites that we have.
Thank you, Arsen. Thank you, team. Yeah, let's talk about the most important and most valuable addition to our ERP system. It's mobile suite. So, talking about users and devices, they like to use RigER in different ways, in different areas, in different roles. So, offices, shop floors, yards, fields, where we like to know all the information about our operations. And in this case, we have set of different devices and platform accessing a cloud database online and offline. So we talk about a traditional thin client, which we daily. We can have a web client, which we can use on a tablet and computers, sometimes mobile devices, but kind of not really convenient. And before we had mobile applications, so we started developing mobile applications 4 years ago, and right now we have 6 different mobile apps for different purposes. And mobile ERP Thin Client, this is a new addition which we develop and enhance since past version. So right now we have a full capable online and offline mobile applications which can work with the entire team. So we started mobile oilfield. It's a white mobile. We add oilfield sales. We have oilfield operations, which is field application, purchases, service calls, and others. So how the offline operations work. So we synchronize everything from the cloud to mobile, and then synchronize back when we finish everything in mobile. So in the cloud, we have all the time the latest version, and it's very important to keep that sequence and synchronize devices step by step. So here's one of the example which is available for version 8.0. a communication between cloud and mobile, and communication between service manager and field technician, AR department, and other team members of your team. So in this case, means that one ticket can have different statuses, and moving those different statuses, it will be changing from step to step, and it's very important to again keep the sequence and understand how the synchronization works. So this is a very big step for us, for our clients. We streamline the processes, and right now synchronization works more efficiently, and we do not have any incidents of losing data or unsynchronized documents or any other things. Definitely, when we talk about synchronization, the speed of internet and quality of the internet is very important, because it should be a stable, high-speed internet to synchronize the big volume of data, which usually field technicians have in their devices, because it could not be only the documents, could be at different attachments, and the latest edition gives you an opportunity to add any files to the attachment. So you can attach any files from your mobile phones. It could be PDF files, could be pictures, could be anything. We highly not recommend using videos, but some clients do that. So even that. Talking about offline applications, you see that sales managers, dispatchers, field technicians can use mobile applications, different colors for different purposes. And accountant will use the thin client on their desktop or laptop computers. So another online operations mode, another exchange. So in this case, the data not stored in the device, and we do not require synchronization. However, we required online exchange, online signal. So we get the information from the cloud, like document by document, line by line. So a mobile thin client required online connections, and it can be accessed most of the documents, and all the team can work with mobile thin client. Again, the only limitation is that you can have you required the full-time connectivity. So, and again, because of the volume of information and structure of information is very complex, we recommend to use mobile thin client on the tablets, not in the phones. In phones, it's too tiny screen, so it's very hard to manage the information properly. But in the tablet, it's not a big deal. So you can see it works pretty much the same, in the same way how it works in the thin client and the computer. So all the reports available, and the dashboards as well. So it's very powerful tool, and we highly recommend you to use it. That's probably everything for most of the highlights of this big release. And the only question we have, when? So Gleb, tell us.
Right. So we are actually starting the updates of our clients' databases, and as of today, so we will have 4 tiers of clients to get these updates. So we usually start with the sandbox databases. So when we update the client sandboxes, we are testing all the features, new features, and compatibility of them between each other in the sandbox databases. And then we are switching over to the live or production databases. And if you want to use some of these new functionality or new modules or new features, you will just tell us that you'd like to activate some of the modules, and we will activate them for you, do a training, short training on the usage of these features, and you're ready to go with these new developments.
Yeah, thank you, Gleb. Again, if you have any kind of special requirements, needs, and like to get those features faster, let us know. We'll put it to the tier 1 or tier 2. So next week we will have a full webinar about RigER Email Client with different usage scenarios and applications, CRM automations and operations automation. So we are right now considering several scenarios which we'd like to show you and know your opinion. So it's on testing mode right now, but we consider this as a big step which give most of our clients a boost of the operation. So those routine information, first of all, it will speed up the routine operations, kind of email to client back and forth. Moreover, you can set up your own templates and send the clients. So again, the sky is the limit, and yeah, it's lots of different things which we can do. Talking about RigER Email Client, we'll have a full webinar next week showing how to set up email client, how to use an email client, how to convert emails to opportunities or convert emails to emails to tickets, set up templates, etc. So please join us next week. It will be the last webinar of this year. And if we had no chance to talk this year, I wish you a very happy holiday season and Merry Christmas. And if you need anything from us, let us know. If you're interested in any features we mentioned today, call us, book a demo. We'll show the entire application, not all those features, but other stuff. And yeah, if you have any kind of questions, just so let us know and we'll chat. Thank you so much. We are really happy to present this new release RigER 8.0 today, and talk to you soon.